Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Tax Savings Team. My name is Jake Adams. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. Today we're going to be talking about 4 Ps, right? You know I love my core 4, but this is different. This is the core Ps, if you will. The 4 Ps that is going to be able to generate more profit in your practice, very specifically and very to the point, right? So let's get started with it. I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to get right to it and jump right into the good content because I know that your time is valuable. So what are the 3 Ps that get you to the most important P, which is profit, right? What are these 4 Ps? Well, the 4 Ps are price, product, promotion, and that equals profit. So literally, if you take price multiplied by product multiplied by promotion, it's going to equal profit. Now, let me give you a couple examples, right? We're all tax professionals, enrolled agents, tax pros, CPAs, and what is the core of our business, or what do we do to get started because it's super easy? It's tax returns, right? So tax returns are easy. It's an easy way to get clients, and we charge whatever the market rate is, right? Most of us look at H&R Block, or Jackson Hewitt or Liberty Tax, kind of look at what the average, let's say, person is paying for tax returns, and we add a little bit above it if we're confident in ourselves and confident in the value that we provide. And if we don't have that confidence, we bring it down a little bit, right? Maybe we knock 5 or 10% off of, a Jackson Hewitt or an H&R Block. Hopefully it's H&R Block, not Jackson Hewitt. All right, so what do these prices look like? Well, the national average for a tax $400, right? So let's put it here, right? So let's say you're doing a tax return for $400. Now, how much value does the client see in that? Well, the answer is not that much, and the reason is because with tax software now, the TurboTax, Tax Act, and Tax Slayer. I mean, there's probably 100 different tax out there. And these tax programs are literally eroding this business because we're not able to charge what we really want to be charging for a tax return. So what I want to do is help you look at the product and the promotion to try to increase that. Now, what I want to do is kind of put this again in your hands. It's a challenge, and challenge you to say, instead of charging $400 a year, how can you charge $4,000 a year, right? The 10x. So 10x, that's going to give us $4,000 a year. Now, how can you charge someone $4,000 a year? $1,000 a year comes out to about $330, $350 per month, right? Now, if you're just doing a tax return, you're never going to charge that, right? You can't say, oh, what's your base rate for a 1040? It's $4,000. No. That's not going to be the way it works, right? And the thing is, you can't get additional profit. You can't make more money and more profit with that basic promotion. You can't say, or I'm just like H&R Block, or I'm going to do your tax return just like H&R Block. It's got to be more. So if you don't have the products behind that to be able to 10x your rates, the easiest thing to add into your practice is tax strategy, right? In tax strategy, we help our clients save more money on taxes. Now, what that does is it gives you a very easy product to sell to your clients, and it also gives you amazing promotion. Because what it allows you to do is change your business from being apples to oranges, right? You're creating that differentiation, right? So if you look at all the other CPAs and EAs and tax professionals in the area, all these guys are doing is saying, well, I'm just going to charge you $400 to do your tax return, right? The client value is $400 a year. The client doesn't see the value in that. So take this challenge in yourself and figure out, what can you do to 10x your rates to get you to $4,000 a year? Now, the easiest way, like I said, to do that is with tax strategy, using as a product and promoting yourself as the trusted advisor and as someone that's going to be helping their client proactively save money on taxes. Now, is this going to resonate with every client? Probably not. The people that are going to be afford to pay this are people like independent contractors, plumbers, painters, contractors, maybe they're insurance salespeople, they're like Allstate or farmers or real estate agents. Real estate agents was how I built my business very, very quickly because they all kind of congregate in one area with a lot of frequency. So I was able to go out and find 50 or 100 real estate agents right off the bat, right? And literally they just came to me. They're, oh, you're gonna help me save money on taxes. Like, let's talk. How do I work with you? And when you differentiate yourself, when you create apples to oranges comparison and have a different promotion than everyone else, people start to resonate with you. Is 10x, right? And you might say, well, Jake, we just talked about 10x. Well, 10x again, right? How do you 10x again? Oh my gosh. If you thought that was difficult, now this is even more difficult. How do you 10x again? And now you're making $40,000 a year with a client. Now, what kind of services do you think you would do with a client for $40,000 a year? Well, these are things like CFO level services or advisory services, managing their accounts receivables and payables, maybe doing some bookkeeping, maybe outsourcing the entire bookkeeping process to you. So you have to decide what you're comfortable with and how much money you want to make and how many clients that you want to work with. But let me give you an example. You want to make $120,000 to the top, right? Maybe you'll, depending on your expenses, you might take out $90,000 or $100,000 this year, right? So how do you get to that number? If you want to make $120,000 this year, how do you get to that number? And again, 120,000 is the top line. So how do you get to $120,000 when you're working with these clients? How many do you need? 3 clients. Now, that might not seem hard. It's like, oh, go find 3 clients and you can make 100 grand. Those clients take a little bit of time to find and a lot more time to trust you. So it's really important that you're building out this layer of trust with these type of clients at the $40,000 a year level very slowly. This doesn't happen overnight. Now, there's some people out there that would argue that you can find these people overnight. They're going to charge you a couple $1,000s to find out how they do it, and it is possible. But when you're really thinking about building out these relationships long term and having these trusted client relationships long term, it's very important to grow these out gradually and in a trusted advisor situation, not trying to grow them too quickly, right? So now let's go back and say, okay, I understand that's going to take a while. So what can we do in the short term? Well, actually go back and short term this into this $40,000 a year. And how many of those clients do we need? We need 30 clients. Now ask yourself, is this easier to find clients at $4,000 than 3 clients at $40,000? The answer is probably, right? Like I said, as trying to find real estate agents, in the San Francisco Bay Area, I literally tripped over real estate agents walking in a single marketing meeting. Are all of them going to work with me? Are all of them going to be my ideal client? Probably not, right? But if I get myself to those inner circles and find out who those people are that are really going to want to work with me and they're going to resonate with the value that I provide and the value and the services that I want to provide for the 4,000, it makes a lot of sense, right? So how quickly can you get to 30 clients? Well, if you're having a meeting every other day, then you're going to get to a point where you're going to have 30 clients within a couple months, right? If you can do a couple meetings every week and you're closing different because you have different promotion than everyone else, that's going to be the easiest way and the fastest way to get yourself to $120,000 top line. Now, depending on your expenses, you may or may not net this, but this is the quickest way to $100,000 or more. Right there, right? That's it. Now, if you're just doing individual tax preparation and you're charging $400 to your average client, how many clients do you need? How many clients? That's 300 clients, right? 300 clients. How easy is it to get 300 clients? Well, you can try to do a Valpak or a mailer or try to get your name out there somehow and try to get 300 clients at $400. That's typically the easiest route. Is it kind of slow? Yeah, it can be kind of slow, the referrals. But the biggest and most important thing is the burnout. You're working with 300 clients. So that means you got to remember 300 birthdays and anniversaries and kids' birthdays and their business goals are, what they want to achieve. And the problem is that 300 clients, it takes a long time, right? It takes a lot of time, a lot of stress, and it's going to burn you out a lot faster than just with 30 clients. So I want to recap because we covered a lot in a short amount of time. How to get to profit, the 4 P's. How to get to profit: price multiplied by product multiplied by promotion. Your price, your product, and your promotion equals your profit. You can see here, this one, it's all based on time, right? When you put time in, you get value out. You put time to do the tax return, you get the value out in the form of payment for the tax return. Here, you're adding a level of value. When you add a level of value based on your product, you're going to get increased amount of profit. And you're increasing your profit because you're differentiating yourself. You have a different than everyone else, and you're able to charge higher fees than everyone else because you're different, because you offer a better product than all the other CPAs and all the other EAs, all the other tax pros in your area to your niche. If you want to work on a virtual area, and that's okay too. You can totally work on a virtual area. So the $4,000 a year is totally doable. It's doable. It's obtainable because you're going to be differentiating yourself. You have a different promotion than everyone else. And people that see the value in what you do and what you provide, it's going to resonate with them. And when they resonate with, when that value resonates with them, they're going to be attracted to you to want to work with you. And that's the thing. Then you can decide, hey, instead of working with these guys, I want to work with these guys. And that's okay too, right? If you get 9 of these, you're going to be looking at $300,000, $400,000. Awesome, right? You can have a staff of bookkeepers, accountants, whatever you want, a couple people on staff, running 9 or 10 of these clients, and you're going to do great. Right? You would literally, you could put a lot of money, right? $200,000, $300,000 in your pocket every single year if you had a stable base of these clients. So here's your challenge. Where are you? Where are you at right now? Are you here? Do you have a mix of some of these? If you have a mix of some of these, that's great. But I want to challenge you in saying, what can you do to work to get more of these clients? How can you change your promotion? How can you add more value to your clients so you can get more of these $4,000 a year clients, which is going to be able to increase your profits dramatically, dramatically. All right, so if you want to learn how to do this, the basics of it here, there's so much more. There's so much more to how to accurately price your services, how to do the promotions, how to do the product, how to do the actual tax strategy. If you've never done a tax strategy plan, or if you've never implemented those tax strategies with your client, there's so much more to learn. So I want to encourage you to visit my website here, taxsavingsteam.com. Tax Savings Team, we're actually running a special promotion right now, only $59 a month. You're going to get access to be part of the team. Part of the team, I'm going to teach you in a lot more detail how to price out your services, how to do the product and the promotion, and how to learn how to strategically promote yourself based on that differentiation so you can add a lot more value to your clients, right? And if you're kind of on the fence, you're like, oh, what's this guy trying to pitch me? Don't worry about that. I've got 100% satisfaction guarantee on everything that I do. I'm going to make sure that you're profitable with this, that you see a return on investment, an ROI on it from literally the working with it. Because everything that you're going to learn here is always going to help you in your business, whether it's today or tomorrow or 5 years in the future. People are going to work on it a little bit different, a little bit faster, a little bit more than other people. But I'm going to, like I said, 100% guarantee on this. I'm not going to take your money. I really want you to see a lot of value in this. and be able to see the value that you can provide to your clients. So thank you so much, and have a great rest of your day.